Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we're doing a little special video. So while I was doing some work here at home, I went on Twitter. Myth tagged me saying that he wanted a video because Jericho and him were talking about actually the whole dual PC setup versus one PC setup. And Myth was saying that there's a possible, it's looking like pretty soon you're not going to start needing a dual PC setup anymore. Jericho said there's no way. Try showing me proof that running 2560 by 1440 Battlefield 5 streaming at 1080p 60 FPS, that it's actually something that you can do. He said he'll eat his words if it's something that's actually possible, if that actually works. My thing is, you both have good points. Both of you are right and wrong. So one, I did some testing. I haven't done testing with the new touring with all the latest updates and stuff like that. I did it when it first came out, and it didn't do good at all. Battlefield 5, it was horrible. It was lagging. It was choppy. It was pretty bad. Today, I decided, you know what? I said, screw it. Let's go ahead and do a benchmark and see how everything turns out, see how everything runs. So I decided to do that, and let's go ahead and start off with the settings. So as you can see here with the OBS settings, this is actually for the actual single PC setup, streaming off the same exact computer. Also, make sure you have game capture enabled. Don't do display capture. Do game capture. Output, as you can see, we're running the new NVENC, which is the new, running at 6,000 bitrate, max quality, profile high, and we have psych, visual tuning enabled, GPU 0, and max B-frame at 2. So these are the settings that I run for the new NVIDIA NVENC. Which, if you guys want to, you guys can copy these settings. I would probably kind of do your own testing. Video, we're doing 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS as well. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go ahead and launch this bad boy. Battlefield 5 Deluxe Edition. Guys, like I said before, but when I did try this before, it was actually extremely choppy. When I did have the first NVENC drivers that came out, the first OBS that supported NVENC as well, I was trying BF5 because BF5 is one intense game. The Frostbite engine is insane. Anthem was the same way. So I was always recommending people, look, personally, I would definitely not try to, try to stream a game off of one PC with this Frostbite engine. As you can see in the settings, we're running 2560 by 1440. We're going to have everything at ultra. We're going to have ray tracing at medium, just because ray tracing's it's not really needed, but we're going to put it at medium just to have it on enabled. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and go into the sun. Let's go to War Stories and go to the, no flag. So we'll go there, we'll resume this. This is where I did majority of the testing. The reason why I chose this story is because this story actually was the most intense one. As far as the view distance and the CPU usage and all that stuff, it was definitely one of those ones I found to be the most intense. CPU usage, you can see it did spike up to about 80% there, but that's just when it's loading. On average, it stays right around the 60%. But as you guys can see, 1080p 60 FPS on a single PC setup using the new NVIDIA NVENC. It's running buttery smooth. Now, guys, keep in mind, I'm running an i9 9900K overclocked to 5 gigahertz. I'm running 32 gigs of RAM as well at DDR4 at 3200 megahertz. It's actually rated to 4000, but there's no point to go to 4000, so I clocked it at 3200. Also, the GPU I'm using is the MSI RTX 2080 Ti Lightning Z Edition. So it is a top-of-the-line GPU. It takes 3 8-pin connectors. It's factory overclocked to 1.77 megahertz on the core, but out of the box, it's actually hitting 19 gigahertz or 1.9 gigahertz with no problem. But as you can see here, let's do the comparison of, so on the left-hand side, you're going to have the actual single PC setup, streaming and gaming, using the NVIDIA NVENC, and then on the right-hand side, you're going to have a dual PC setup. And as you can see, quality's pretty close. I gotta say, the quality is pretty darn close. I mean, you can tell you can see it. You can see the pixelation still on the left-hand side, but it's not by much. It's not like an, oh my gosh, there's a massive difference type deal. You can definitely tell on the right-hand side that the actual pixelation's a little bit better. it doesn't pixelate as much when you're moving around a lot and stuff like that. I've noticed that when there's a lot of like grass or trees or leaves or anything like that, with the single PC setup, you'll see a lot of pixelation. With the dual PC, since you have an Elgato capture card or another different type of capture card, you know, rendering that for you or taking that, processing the video for you, it's not as pixelated. But I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment at the bottom as well. And Myth and Jericho, I hope this kind of answered your questions between the two. Yes, you can stream a game off of one PC at 1080p 60 FPS at max settings at 1440p with Battlefield 5, which I think this is pretty much the test of all tests, because this game, like I said, this Frostbite engine is insane. But again, there are drawbacks still. I still prefer dual PC setup 100%. There's less input lag. There's always benefits as well, where if the computer does crash on you or you need to restart your gaming computer, you don't have to shut off the stream. And also, like I said, you're still going to get a little bit better quality off a dual PC setup. It's very close, but you still get it. And of course, you get 100% of your performance. But that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the video. Peace.
Kriegt Unterstützung!
All right, let's go, Prince. Fuck, out of ammo.